Racers Summit. We have hopped into match 3 here with Jarvis, Xephyr, RealRoyboi, and Spam. 2 Brits playing, so we could hardly avoid it.
And also, we are going to hardly be able to avoid the biasness, as this is an elimination match.
Yes,
So
all on the line here for these 4 players.
Realistically, we're hoping to see Xephyr and RealRoyboi go through. Sorry, if you don't like the biasness, this is the BITM Twitch. There are British players playing. 1 + 1 = 2.
I've not heard any bias at all, says Pricey.
So,
do you have the stream muted?
So the map order will be Bonga, followed by Danger Close, followed by Everglades, followed by Stare Fruit, followed by Think Twice. So you fancy we'll end back on at least Bonga and Danger Close, depending on how close this match is. But yeah, hoping for a close match, I think, Padster. But also, hoping to see our boys get through.
Of course.
And make.
Although, if we are to be realistic here, who do we reckon the favourites are to get through
the
this?
favourites are likely going to be Javas and RealRoyboi. Obviously, RealRoyboi just barely got pipped by Spam in the last match, but I'd fancy RealRoyboi to turn it around and get it. I'm hoping to see Xephyr get some round wins here and there. I'd really like to see that. And yeah, I'd like to see a Xephyr versus Divino match at some stage, possibly. As they're always looking to push each other, even though they're on a separate team. So yeah, here we go. Hopefully it's a good match. And someone hasn't started. Chem is in the lobby.
Chem is in the lobby. We are experiencing.
Fix it, Chem.
Chem. We are experiencing some technical
difficulties.
Yeah,
I think so. Javas is disconnected. Spam knows something's wrong as well. That's all good. Right, we're good. Maybe. I think they know what's happening, at least, which is the main thing. Yeah. I'm sure this will get sorted. Right?
Yeah. How are the predictions looking?
Everyone
has predicted Spam to win.
Bold prediction, I think there. I also think wrong prediction.
I respect whoever's just put like 10 points on Roy, just because you will win 6k points if you do. Anyone watching, do make your predictions. I have faith in Roy. I'm gonna drop 1,000 points on him.
Are we back? No. Unsure what's happening here. I do believe Javas was having some issues earlier with stuff, so hopefully it's not a persistent issue. Okay, we're back to
we are on to map selection.
Map pick. So we're redoing the map selection, I believe?
I'd assume so. We're waiting on our...
Does look like it, doesn't it?
Chris goes for Stir Fruit. Chris picked a map with ice.
Also, Padster, who's picking the current map?
Sorry for that laugh. I feel sorry for my mic when he just picked that up. Yeah, that's...
1EA9EFF. Okay.
Javas.
Anyway.
Javas' secret identity is 1EA. Yep, good stuff.
A lot of numbers and letters with some hashes here and there. So we have Stir Fruit, then Everglades.
I'll be the next pick. Pick and ban is over. We're not getting any more maps. I don't know what's happening. The good thing is for all the players, unlike normal, they're all sat right next to each other, so it's hopefully going to be a bit easier to fix.
A bit easier to fix. I wonder have they stopped the pick and ban and they're going with the original pick and ban because that was done in the right order, with Javas being
Yeah,
the top seed and Spammy being the second seed.
yeah.
M is back playing. Javas is DC'd again.
Ugh. So, not going great so far.
This is confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
What?
I'm sure we'll.
Yeah, there certainly appeared to
I'm
be
sure
some,
Kem will fix it eventually.
If you want some updates from the other matches,
Yeah, why don't have them?
Please, Hefe, give us
Yeah.
some updates here, there, Hefe.
So currently, Idle is leading in his round. Never mind, he has just crashed and has been overtaken by Hand, and he's got second place. So in that match, Jussie is leading ahead of Lumar, who's had a few mistakes despite being the favorite in that match. In the Vinyos server, he is in third place behind Ender and Jan. That is probably the most competitive lower bracket match we have. That one is currently ongoing on Bonga. And then in the other match that you're not seeing currently, it is a Kroos who has quite a dominant performance. He's on 40 points ahead of second place, which is Yavzo, who is only on 18. So yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mercy, Hefe. We really appreciate that. We will be going to in between the warm-ups of the match.
No problem.
We're currently watching, just to get some updates. But I think we're okay in our match.
Yep. Almost.
Yabas has connected.
Yep,
did
and
get the
has
same
successfully
pick and
done
ban.
map picks.
Is this where we angrily shout at Kem, or what happens next?
We wait for a bit, then we angrily shout at Kem.
Nice. I'm not sure how this works. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me updated, Patsy.
Yep, don't worry. I am a professional at this.
You're a professional. Good joke. Sorry.
Oi!
Oh, RealRoyboi doing a stadium roof climb. Never mind.
What?
Well,
Anyway.
Oh well.
It looks like we are finally moving on onto the match here.
We go.
We are
It looks like we
starting
might be going.
on which map is that? Everglades. Map by Mellow. Yeah, we have all the correct people
We have a
connected.
warm-up.
Let's hope that warm-up round isn't an omen for Zeph to come, instantly clipping the inside there. So I'll be intrigued to see how this goes.
Yeah, so
Can
will I.
Roy-
Hopefully,
redeem himself after that last match? Well, after the first round match even that he took part in.
yeah, against Spam, or
Yeah.
I think Yavas is going to find himself in a lot of rounds here that he could be in a position to win. So
Yeah, I think Yavats could be strong as well. He's a bit of an unknown to me. Obviously Spam, we all know. Roy,
we all know and love.
of course, a wonderful member of the community. As I am obviously more knowledgeable on the British scene, I know Chris and RealRoyboi quite well, but Yavas I'm not
player.
so sure on.
We'll see.
I know he's a very good player, but
And here we go into round one here on Everglades, the mellow map. As no big mistakes so far with the start. Going to the first drift here as Roy and Chris
Chris
are
is up
currently
front,
leading,
and
that's
Roy goes
a
on to the
little
inside.
bit of a
pole.
crash there for Roy.
It's not where you would have wanted
He'll
to
find
go.
himself down in last place.
Yeah.
And
the
as
two
Chris
Dutch
has also
players.
fallen back from the pack as Yavas and Spam racing now through onto the plastic. Need to go tight here and then avoid the wall on the jump as both players do. They are
Ooh,
neck
has
and
to
neck
lift.
as Spam has to release. Too much speed as Yavas goes into lead here on this plastic, and you do fancy now at this stage in the round he will more than likely bring it home. No major mistake. Yeah. First round win there for Javas, followed by Spam, then Chris, then Roy after that early mistake on the grass section.
Yeah, not necessarily the start of the Brits that we were hoping for, but
Bit of a.
I'm sure they
I
could
think
turn it
we're a
around.
start we could have gotten. But look, long match. There's a 120 points to be played out. So, yeah, I've also just realized the pre-match warm-up banner is still at the top.
That's interesting.
Anyway, Spam has gained himself an early lead here from RealRoyboi and Yavas as Chris gets a bad line coming out of there and has to fall back from the rest of the pack as RealRoyboi is now catching up to Yavas. Going into this drift here, into this tight dirt section. You don't want to go too far on the inside as you'll get that nasty bobble.
Yeah. This is looking
just Spam and Yavas running away with it here.
like a bit of a repeat of last round.
Looking like
yeah, someone pointed out
an exact
Spam gifted 10 points. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Cam.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they do about that.
Cam.
Is he still in the lobby? No.
No, I'm DMing him.
Yeah, okay. You try and talk about
This is match 3, is it?
Yep. We'll try and cast, remembering to
We'll
knock...
keep casting.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep casting.
Well,
and,
just remember...
obviously the players probably haven't realised, maybe?
yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's just remember there is a -10 next to Spam's name.
Yes, he's
Make up
on
for it.
16 points. So
Oh, this round, RealRoyboi looking good.
Yes.
Yavas makes a mistake, so Xephyr picks up third. Where
I
is
think Chris had
Spam
to
then?
release there. Xephyr had to release there on that drift, and that
Yeah,
allows Yavas
for
to
a
overtake him
close-
as Spam goes RealRoyboi hunting, duck hunting, perhaps, and can't flash back to Roy being stuck with the duck skin.
Yes,
Can't quite catch up.
whoever did that, thank you. I needed that duck sound effect in my life. Yes, quack. I should probably have the soundboard muted. Thank you, Babs.
Anyway.
This is all still fairly close here. Xephyr a bit behind, unfortunately, but Spam on 22, Jarvis on 20, and Roy on 17. Kem has said on it. Good stuff, Kem.
Good stuff, Cam. Thank you, Cam.
And this is looking like a good round for Roy, potentially. Chance
Really
of a
close.
win.
Really close round at the front between Yavas
Yep.
and Roy.
Spam not exactly far back either, though. Is he able to get in there and...
as they're closer and closer as Roy goes for it inside
Oh,
line.
no
Plastic
speed, though.
loses out on the speed, yeah.
You should have enough speed to at least beat Spam, though. Ah, more than enough
my
speed. It's
God.
Chris gets him.
Spam
Ah!
What happened?
Spam crashed me
Oh,
outside
to
of
the
finish,
inside.
and Chris managed to snipe him for that extra point. Wonderful stuff.
Oh,
from,
we're good.
One
It's
of our
been, he's had
fellow
10 points
admins.
taken away. We're good.
10
Thank
points
you, Cam.
deducted, and we finally see the
True score of the
true
match.
score.
As
and thanks, Ken.
I believe we can go to our field reporter, Hefe.
Voila. So in match 1 we have quite a tight battle between Lumar and Jussie for that first spot. Hand is a little bit behind and Idle is in a comfortable 4th position in that. Currently only sitting at 50 points, the first place in that game, so still a long way to go. In match number 4, covered by Valen, Crow still has a healthy lead ahead of Yavzo. He's on 65, Yavzo on 51. Speed, Self, and Health Punk are in a battle for that 4th position. And in the match number 2, which is the one that was covered by the mainstream, we have Ender, who is in a healthy lead. He's on 50 points. Sorry, no, Jan is on a healthy lead on 72 points, ahead of Ender in 2nd, Vinyo in 3rd on 34, and Edith in 12th on and 4th on 12 points.
Thank you, Jeffy.
Do you want more?
Is there more? If there's more,
If it's more, give me more. Is there any more?
I mean, in cycling, Remco Evenepoel is in a group 2 minutes ahead of.
Okay,
the
no,
group.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Babs, but
Jamaica
there
have
is-
just beaten Panama 1-0 in the Women's World Cup.
Any badge in chat for the cycling news there? Can I get a badge? Come on, guys, we're BITM. We're supposed to be good at bedging stuff.
It is what we do.
Okay, and I've been said no. Babs, what's the score of the
No.
cricket actually?
Cricket
Australia.
is a sport.
Sorry, you're
It's a real
talking about
sport.
bed and then you mentioned cricket. My
Yeah,
God.
it's a real sport.
Is it? It's just people standing around for all day who then can't
And
play
here
if it
we
gets a
go
tiny bit wet.
into the
Anyway,
second map now of this match.
spam
Danger
instantly
close.
into the wall.
Yep.
It's not how you would have wanted started. Chris turns into an airplane for a bit then. Not ideal. Lose a bit of time. Shall we spectate Chris on ice? Do we want to do this to him?
I mean, he's done very well. Anyway,
He's beaten Spam.
RealRoyboi.
I don't know where
leads.
Spam is, but we got RealRoyboi versus Jarvis here.
Yep.
This would be a huge round to pick up for Roy, because with Spam so
Yeah.
far back, this is a 7-point swing in his
An
favour.
important one to get RealRoyboi into second place in this match. Of course, this match is for elimination. We will be saying goodbye to the bottom two players here. Quite a kind of separated round so far, although Yavas is starting to go duck hunting on RealRoyboi. Can he close the gap on this drift?
Oh, that's a
No.
clean
Does
drift from
Roy
Roy.
clip? No. Does he hit the finish?
Comfortably
No.
in.
Well done from Roy. A
Good
Spam picks
stuff.
up third place, and Chris just a little bit further behind in fourth.
Good stuff from Roy there. Looking like he's got a solid chance of making it out of this match. I mean, Spam and Jarvis are opponents you underestimate at your own peril. But oh, Chris, oh dear. That's yeah, not how we would have wanted to start that round. Jarvis with a solid start here. Spam and RealRoyboi pretty much neck and neck at the moment.
Coming out of the ice side now into this tight sausage section. They have to make sure you get good grip on.
Yeah.
Think they
Then-
all survived? Yes, they did. As
Yeah.
Roy goes chasing down Spam. Spam makes a tiny bit of airtime there, coming off the dirt, and Roy allows Roy to overtake. Up into second place as Yavas has to
Yeah.
release on the drift. This could let Roy get it
Roy's got a
first.
bit of speed here. Is it enough?
Super tight into that section as Roy.
Alright, it's looking good
takes
here
the
for Roy.
lead. Javas maybe with a little bit more exit speed. No, as Roy gets a tiny bit of airtime. but
Oh,
not
how
too
did he
much.
not clip his wheel off the edge there?
Good
Although
close
not.
round between Yavas and Roy, with Spam eagerly waiting to see if any mistakes get made as they come around the final corner into the risky finish.
Oh.
And, oh, yeah!
Oh, that's a big mistake! Yavas flies out!
Yavas has hit the finish, and it might have actually allowed Chris. Allows
Oh,
Chris to get into third place. It's a massive mistake for Yavas.
That
As
is
he now
huge.
finds himself from 3 points in the lead to just 1 point. Sorry, to just 4 points ahead of Spam in second place.
Yeah, that's a huge swing there, and very important points there for our boy RealRoyboi. Try saying that fast.
Come on, Roy.
He's looked so
Come on,
good.
Chris.
He's looked very good so far on this map. This looks like a map that definitely suits him.
Has ice on it. As we know, Roy is quite an eager
Oh,
and
yeah.
good ice player, so
Very much so. Although, nope, he got that to work.
as we come off the dirt now. No other mistakes far from Chris, who got a slight bit of airtime coming off the ice.
It's close.
Finds himself a
at the
second
front
behind
there.
as you look to the fight further ahead as Spam starts to hunt down Yavas and Roy.
And Roy is hunting down Yavas as well, but it's still a couple of tenths gap between all of them still. But we know how big this drift can be, and it looks like Yavas gets it quite
Roy
clean.
and Yavas got quite a nice line there. Spam lost a little bit of time. He was too tight to the checkpoint.
Is anyone going to mess up this finish?
Will anyone
Roy
mess it
really
up?
leaves no room for error there. That was incredibly
That was
risky.
tight.
But yeah, it worked out for him. And he maintains the first place overall. No, it goes to a tie between him and Yavas. 10 points, gap to Spam. And we have, I believe, one more round left on
Yes, we do.
Danger Close. And
No.
Chris struggling on dirt again.
Yeah,
Unfortunate
Chris
for...
struggle on this
for
map so
him.
far. Oh, Yavas got a clip coming off the.
yeah, where's that?
He's
That's
gonna have
put
a
him
really
very far back.
weird speed going into this ice slide. As he just survived, this gives a great opportunity now for Spam to catch up to Yavas and for Roy to hopefully come ahead in this match with a lead.
Yeah,
Going
this
to
would
the
be
dirt section now.
a huge 10 points for Roy with Yavas' mistake there.
As Roy gets a great exit off the dirt, finds himself in first place at just ahead of Spam through this tight little triangle-shaped hole, I guess, in the wall. That confused a few people I saw on Discovery. That was entertaining to watch at times. As we go into the last drift,
Roy looking
Spam
good
has so much
here.
more exit speed. Can he make the corner though?
No,
Woo!
that's enough for Roy. He holds on to it by less
Super
than a
tight round.
tenth.
Less
but-
than a tenth separating these two. As Roy drives the quickest time in the match so far. Wow. This
Good
was
stuff
such a
there.
tight match.
Yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately, Chris being left behind a little bit there, but Roy looks like he's got a decent chance of continuing on to the next round, which would be very good to see.
Now, to our field reporter Hefe. Hefe interviewing.
so in match 1, we still have Jussie, who has a comfortable lead of about 10 points ahead of Lumar, and it's looking likely that those two will go through ahead of Hand and Idless, who might be eliminated. In match number 2, we have Kroos, who still has a healthy lead. He's on 94 points ahead of Yavzo in second place on 66. And Yavzo, after a few mistakes, has left the door open for Speedsoft and Hellpunk to make a comeback. But yeah, looking likely for Kroos to go through in that one, which is good for us. And in match number 4, it is the Jan and Ender show, and they are well ahead of Vinyo, who is in third place on 54 points. They are both north of 90 points. It's going to be difficult for Vinyo to come back in that one.
Cheers, Jeffe. We will go to you once again following the completion of this map.
Yep,
Gosh,
we
this is
are
just in warm-up
on
here.
Bonga, map by
Bonga.
Mime. A map that seemed a little more consistent than some of them. I mean, Epos was absolutely dominant on it.
Epos was dominant on everything today, Padster.
Yeah, I mean, true. Well, except when he had finalists, when he decided to
Yeah.
try for about 4 rounds.
But he was still on finals, so he was
got
dominant.
there in the end. Spam, Roy,
Go into the
and
first round there. Oh,
yeah, was all looking
clip for
very
Chris.
close together.
Clip for Xephyr there. He'll find himself a little bit far behind from this leading pack of RealRoyboi, then Spam, then Javas. Jump into the tight grass section here, into this jump. Yeah, all players seem to get through that safe enough. Javas has fallen a little bit behind now as RealRoyboi and Spam battle out their cars, touching the whole way around the track so far. They're so close together, oh my god.
Oh, how did Roy hold that? I thought he was straight into the Barrenby outside, but he's got so
Massive
much
speed,
speed
but
out
does
of
jump
it.
too far. Gets a little bit of a questionable line
But
for
this
this
looks
drift
good.
as Spam and Roy
Don't
are
hit the
fighting.
inside.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Good
Chris,
round from Roy
big
there to
mistake
take the lead
from
there.
Yavas at some
big
point.
mistake
I
from
missed
Yavas.
that. Chris picks up third and Roy in first.
Hopefully this map
So-
can go a little bit better for Chris here. And he
Yeah,
can,
he's been struggling a bit.
He has. Into round 2 on Bonga. No big mistakes so far. As differing lines from some of the players here into this dirt. Chris with a little bit of a slower line gets a little bit of a bump off the inside, and that's going to cost him.
Oof. Yeah, Spam loses a bit of speed. I'm not sure if he might have clipped slightly. It's a bit odd. Roy and Roy. Oh, Roy
Roy
goes
with a
into the
massive
outside,
crash.
and that is not what you want to see for Roy there. Very unfortunate.
Straight
He
into
might have a
the-
nice number of points, but that was not a nice round.
Gavas and Spam lead it away. Any mistakes coming into the end here for either player?
It's looking fairly clean. They
Shouldn't be. Yeah, all
Yeah.
good there.
leave the
Safe
Dutch
to
1-2
the end.
over line, and that is a pretty big mistake coming out from RealRoyboi, but he's lucky he has the buffer to afford that. 13
He
point
does.
buffer.
You'll find himself 6 points ahead here, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. 6 point lead, but more importantly, I guess, he is 15 points ahead of Spam in third place. And that's really what you want to be looking out for here. You know, it's not about being first or second, it's just about being one of them. in order to go through in this match. Obviously prefer to be first, but a second place is just as good in terms of progressing in the bracket. As
Exactly.
Chris, I think, with another slightly earlier mistake, and Javas as well as Spam and Roy, as they have been all game,
Yeah.
just beside each
Yeah.
other on the track the whole way around.
Yeah, this is so tight between these two.
So tight between them as Spam gets a little bit of better drift, gets a little bit more speed, allows him to gain a 1/10 lead over Roy.
But Roy looked very clean for that section, you have to say.
He's looking to
I
hunt
don't think
Spam
it's
down
enough.
here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, it does have more speed, but the finish will come just in time for Spam, as he wins
Yep.
the round by just a little bit less than a 10th.
And I believe that's the last round here on... I lied, there's still one
Okay.
more. Oh dear!
Four from Padster.
Yeah, professional caster
BITM
here.
on counting to the number 4.
Too difficult for me.
Here we go here. Chris with a really weird inside line. It actually loses him a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
and
chucked
he
out by the
slides across
inside
the
bump.
dirt.
That is unfortunate to see.
Into the wall, and he'll find himself 6/10 behind the leading pack, which are all super condensed here. Less than a 10th or so separating them, just over a 10th actually. A Spam gets an unbelievable line through the dirt.
That was
through the grass, sorry.
ridiculous.
A fight goes from 3rd and a 10th behind to 1st, which was ridiculous there.
Yeah.
Here
Jarvis
comes
maybe
Roy
a bit
now on
behind,
the
but
inside.
Roy clips the
Oh, Roy
inside.
clips the wall.
That is not what he would have wanted at all.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
probably
the
still be
Spam
able to pick up 3rd.
so-
Spam falls off the
Spam
track!
As Roy
And Roy still
Chris-
gets 2nd after that.
and Chris almost snipes Spam 3rd.
Yeah, very
Just
quick respawn there
One
from Spam.
10th behind. I don't think he respawned. I think he continued.
I didn't see. I switched off him too fast. But this match is still very open. I do not know who will
Very,
win. You'd have to say Jarvis and Roy looking
Jarvis
like
and Roy.
favourites to win it, but Spam could still very much surprise anyone.
Wow.
And we go to our field reporter, Hefe. Hefe, what is going on in the other 3 matches?
I mean, despite your guys' match starting a bit late, we're heading towards the end game in the other matches. Jussie has just entered finalist mode in match number 1 ahead of Lumar, who's looking to join him most likely in the next round. It's looking very difficult for Hand and Idless in that one. In match number 2 on the mainstream, we have still Jan and Ender, who are 4 and 2 points off of finalist respectively, with Vinyo in 3rd and 82. Looking very difficult for Vinyo and Edith on that one. And in the last match, it is still a Kroos who has just gone into finalists. They've just moved over onto Danger Close from Wizzy. He'll be looking to close that one out quite quickly. He's a good 30 points ahead of Yavzo in 2nd, who has a slim lead ahead of Speedself and Helpbunk in 2nd and 3rd.
Good stuff. Be good to see Akros make it through, get us a third Brit making it onto the 4th round of matches, which will be going on after this.
And here we go. Probably
And could there be
my
a 4th
favourite
Brit
map.
as well with RealRoyboi? We'll have to see.
Probably my favourite map now in the map pack, Stair Fruit. It's just so great to watch. Such a crazy map. I love it.
But Spam
Early
will
mistake
not
from
be
Spam.
wanting to do that. That's a potentially
Has
big
to
mistake.
take
Jarvis
the
jumps about
safe
7
road.
kilometers further. Chris clips the inside, and it's all happening here. But like Moses parting Red Sea, RealRoyboi
that's Roy.
seems to have emerged in front of everything.
Into the 360 now.
Yep.
Does Roy clip the wall? No. Wow, he must have been so close to that.
Yeah, maybe not the optimum line, but it keeps him alive, and it is now neck and neck between him and
Dirt. Roy is not risking
Yavas.
the dirt. Yavas is going to have way more exit speed to take over.
yeah, and this is a
Probably gonna
round
be
win
a
going the
win
way
for
of Jarvis,
Yavas here.
which will
Unless-
tie them up on 90 points apiece.
They're starting to run away with this now a little bit. The duo of Yavas and Roy.
Yeah, that'll put Spam 15 points behind, which is turning into quite a big deficit to pick up.
At this late stage of the match.
Yeah,
Especially.
Spam's also been picking up a lot of seconds and thirds, rarely winning matches, so it's unlikely he'll be able to deny finalist for too long. Once the other two players get into them. But, you know, it's all still play for, and you never write off Spam.
Never. Ever. Here we go now into round 2 of Starefruit, into this very interesting
Oh, you might write
transition
off Spam
the
for this.
sidewall.
Match mistake from
Spam,
Jarvis,
another
and this is
mistake.
looking like a British one too if my camera could behave itself just a little bit.
Come on, Chris. Come
and
on,
Roy
Roy.
Boy flying in formation here.
Oh, Chris.
He's still alive. So,
Spam made a mistake as well, thankfully for Chris. Otherwise, I think Spam would have been hot on his heels. Chris has a two or 3 second lead now at this stage over third place Spam as RealRoyboi just races off into the distance.
yep. Chris just needs to make it up here.
Yeah, there we go. Good from Roy. And Chris takes the
Chris
safe
gets the
finish
second
and
place.
still barely gets second place for a British 1-2.
Yes, for anyone in chat who's not a member of the British community, I'm wanting to watch this cast from overseas. We call Xephyr Chris, as he is a very active admin within the community. He helped organise all the events of the British region so far, and is generally loved by everyone, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, his name
we
used to
have-
be Zephyr.Chris, so
Yep.
I
It still
just
haven't.
to call him Zephyr. I just keep calling him Chris.
Yeah.
But yes, Zephyr. He's a legend.
Yeah. He
Absolute legend of the community.
has been playing the game since the 2000s. Used to take part in high-level competitions in LAN back in TMNF. And he still plays to this day, even if he doesn't have the time to focus on the game as much as it may be like now. Mistake from Royvo as we finish our history segment. And Yava storms off into the lead. That is unfortunate for
Spam.
Royvo. Yeah,
And
this
in
is a
reply
Dutch
to
1-2.
the British 1-2. It looks like we'll have a Dutch 1-2 unless any mistakes in the end. No, both players save it fairly well.
Yeah. That is unfortunate from a British perspective.
Unfortunate, but still okay as Roy finds himself remaining in the lead here by just the 1 point. But more importantly, once again, he is 19 points ahead of Spam in third place. I do fancy now, with the way this match has gone so far, that Yavas and Roy will be our 2 players continuing on.
Oh,
from the
Yavas makes a
competition.
mistake,
Who is
though.
that on the inside?
That was
Yavas
Yavas.
clips the inside and has to go through a very questionable route. As Roy steams off into the distance, followed by Spam, followed by Chris. Oh, and Chris is in the
That's
wall.
a gear drop from Spam.
Should be fine though. Yavas,
Oh,
Yavas
Spam clips the wall.
mistake.
Spam clips the wall, and that basically confirms the round win for Roy, you'd have to say. As Spam goes headfirst into the CP, that is the worst respawn ever imaginable. Chris jumps up into second into
Well,
what I think
importantly
we have to refer to as a bit of a faster round.
Yes.
But
Good
Roy
time from Roy.
does it very clean, very good
I
time.
don't think Javas is going to finish here.
I'm not sure he will. Zephyr picks up second as well.
16 seconds behind. There's no way he finishes. No. So
No,
that
he
means
won't.
that Roy
That's-
extends his lead and Spam gets a little bit closer to Yavas. Just 14 points now.
Yeah,
The gap
that is
between them.
an absolutely massive round for Roy there, though.
As we head into the 5th map in the rotation, which is Think Twice by Ski Freak, we can head to our field reporter, Hefe, what do you have for us?
FA, I have news. Some matches have finished. 2, in fact. The match number 1, Jussie and Lumar took a comfortable 1 and 2 ahead of Hand and Idlest, which means that Idlest and Hand are eliminated from the competition. In match number 2, Jan and Ender, in similar fashion, took first and second. Unfortunately, ahead of Davino, which means he is also eliminated alongside Edith. And in match number 4, which is currently going on ahead, I have some good news. The Crows took a comfortable win by a
Yay.
map ago, and it's a very interesting fight for second place. They're currently in warm-up on the Mellow map. Yavzo is on 113 points, Speedself on 109, and Hellpunk is not far behind on 98, so keep an eye on that one.
Thank you, Mansour Hefe. We appreciate the input and the report from the other matches.
Oui.
Right, well, it's
Okay.
good to hear that Akrois is through. That is another
Yes.
Brit making it on to the next round. And you'd have to say this looks good for RealRoyboi here. He has a 25-point lead ahead of Spam, 11-point lead ahead of Yavas. Unfortunately, and actually with 114 points, he only needs first or second here. He doesn't need to necessarily win the round, although it would still be useful to do.
And as an unfortunate
Oh, that
occurrence
is
in these matches,
not.
Chris has fallen behind and crashed worse, but also RealRoyboi has had a tiny clip and finds himself
As
in
has
third place.
Yavas. This has been a dodgy round for most of Spam. Pretty much runs away with this.
Yeah. Come on, Roy, get Yavas, get yourself into finalist mode.
Spam crashes, and
RealRoyboi
this
clips as
is
well, but
all
it's fine.
shenanigans. Spam is
Oh my
having
God.
no speed. Chris is somewhere, and through all of this, I believe that is going to send Roy
On to
into
finalist.
finalist.
And with the way he's played, you fancy him to win at least one of the rounds upcoming on this match and find himself through to the next round, which will be the last match today, I believe. The next round.
Spam gonna finish. I'm not sure Spam's finishing. He does
Oh my
not.
God, doesn't.
That's
must have made another
huge for
mistake.
Spam. Yeah, there must have been another error after. I apologise for not catching that, but that gives Roy a massive buffer there. He will have, at a
Massive
minimum,
buffer.
5 rounds to get a win. And unfortunately, that's down to 4 rounds now.
It's
Mistakes coming out for
3.
both.
Oh, I'm lying. It's sent. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And Ocean Maths.
Yeah,
As we ball around here, Spam has also made a mistake.
and
Finds himself
yeah,
in
there seem
third
to be
place
mistakes
behind
from
Xephyr,
pretty much everyone here, except
as I
Yavas,
think
who
we'll
has
see Yavas
run away with it here.
hit finalist this round, unless he makes a catastrophic error. He has an entire second behind him.
Well, so did
he
Spam
can
last
probably
time,
just
and Spam fell off the map
stake it
about here,
through.
but Yavas doesn't.
Yavas gets through.
It's looking...
Yeah, fancy Yavas. Just keep it nice and safe now through this drifting section. Safe jump up onto the sausage, and then yeah. Perfect. So, double finalist with a... Well, that's going to be a 25-point buffer
Yep.
for the 2 players on finalist mode before anyone else can get there. So that's at least 3 rounds of a buffer, followed by 1 round of multiple people on finalist. But we shall see. I fancy Gavas and Roy. They've just been so consistent and so good the whole match that you think it'll be one or the other to win this round and the other one to win the next one.
Yeah, unfortunately,
To, close
Roy
out the
has
match.
looked shaky on this track, as he proves again, sadly. So you have a feeling this is now Yavas's to lose. He can probably get through this match as first place.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of map left, and therefore a lot of places left to
I'm
crash.
hunting them, to be fair.
Yep, Spam is trying to deny the finalist for Yavas for as long as he can, and it looks like he's got him for now, but there's still a bit more map left to go. But this is looking good for Spam. It looks like he could well deny it, but...
Where's speed? It's going to come down to the last drift. This Yavas gets a better drift
Oh,
release.
no, Spam! Spam's drift
Not
was
at the wall.
stunning there.
And
And
Spam
Spam
takes first.
tightens.
Oh no.
Oh, it
He's
tightens up
warming
this
up.
match so much.
He's warming up. Can Spam make it the comeback of all comebacks?
Yeah, 25-point deficit, and do you know what mistake you made, OC? You
Ruling out Spam.
you ruled out Spam. It's one thing
I'm right
I
though.
said you
It's
cannot
Yavas
do.
and RealRoyboi going through.
Remember
know
this
this
moment.
works.
Yeah,
will.
someone clip this.
I'll
Someone
remember
clip
this
this.
moment in 2 rounds when Yavas wins this one as Yavas
Yep,
crashes.
nicely done, nicely done. So
When
this...
RealRoyboi wins this one.
this is a big opportunity for...
Oh my god. Oh my god, the
Please.
caster.
Please, can someone clip that? Please, can someone clip that?
I'll see you on YouTube, OC.
Yeah, yeah.
on YouTube.
Best of TM, Truckmania, whatever it is.
It's like the worst caster curse ever.
That was incredible.
That's tragic.
But
Anyway,
this looks
we
comfortable
continue.
for Spam here. As he
Does.
kind of just drives off into the sunset all by himself. Yavas is...
Yeah, he can safe it here. He knows
Yeah.
he can safe it the whole way around. So safe, in fact, he actually lost the gear in the drift.
But it doesn't matter. That brings him up onto 115 points. And we said that RealRoyboi would have 4 or 5 attempts from Spam. And he's used up
wasted
3 of
3
them
of
now.
It
I
is
don't think
down.
Roy will be sad to get off this map, though. Something that is happening right now.
No.
I definitely counted that. No.
As we move on to
Right.
back onto the mellow map, the Everglades, featuring Bobby. As we go to our field reporter, Hefe, is there any other advancements in the games, Hefe?
Not really. It was pretty much what I said before, except that Yavso qualified alongside Akros. But yeah, all the other matches are finished with. We're just waiting for this one to go. All eyes on your game.
Woo. All eyes on our
Good
game.
stuff. And all eyes on this for the chance of a triple finalist forming here, where 2 out of 3 will get through.
I'd love to see a triple finalist and then Chris deny them. Like 2 rounds.
That would make my day. That would make
be
my
very,
day.
very funny. Now, to be fair, RealRoyboi, Havas, and Spam were quite strong on this map when it came around first in the rotation. So you fancy possibly one of them.
Yeah,
will
Roy
take
looked good
it
on this.
away here.
So, Roy does solid in warm-up. But, of course,
Here we
it's
go.
the actual match that matters. Underway on a new map here on Everglades.
we
Double
go.
finalist between Yavas and RealRoyboi. Spam right behind him. Spam only needs a top 2 finish to get into finalist. So this round is so crucial for all of the players.
Leads them to the second checkpoint. Surely not.
So looking good for Spam so far. Roy a little
my
behind.
God. RealRoyboi and Havas have fallen behind a bit. As Roy doesn't get the best drift. Or the best steer sections. It's all eyes on Yavas chasing down Spam. Hoping that he can get himself out of this potentially messy situation. Spam takes a lead into the plastic. Oh, just 2 corners to go. Just 1 corner to go. Is there going to have a triple finalist?
We're going to make a triple finalist. That is 4 consecutive round wins for Spam. Someone
Come on, Xephyr.
made the mistake of... Someone made the mistake of telling him what he had to do, and he went and did it. So...
Oh my god, we have a triple finalist.
3 people are finalists, 2 go through. 1 out of Yavas, RealRoyboi, and Spam will be eliminated. But there is a
Pressure now.
very, very high chance 1 of the 3 of them will be saved from this
Going
match
through
here.
Unless ever Chris.
Wins his first round.
Okay, well, there's no need to do it like that.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
Oh, they are so close. 300ths separating the 3 of them as they go into the sausage drift section.
Yeah,
Spam
I would.
on sausage tech.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd be betting on
Just
Spam.
an
He is
absolute diff.
on so much
As he gets
momentum.
no exit speed coming out of there.
No, and
can
Yavas,
overtake.
this looks good for him.
RealRoyboi overtake as well. Yavas goes a bit wide. Into
Where's
the
Roy?
Drift.
Everyone's so
Roy-
close.
Oh my god, Roy almost.
But this
somehow
looks
saved
good
it.
for Spam.
Has a great exit and takes the lead.
Are there any
He's
more
so
places
close.
where
Oh,
we
as
gadget
Yavas
here?
clips.
Yavas crashes, but it's not going to matter. Spam does
is
it!
gonna win.
Spam wins 5 consecutive rounds to deny Yavas and RealRoyboi in their double finalist scrap. He has successfully finished first in a 2-horse race he wasn't even invited to.
Oh,
That is
no.
incredible.
And now we have
And-
to see of which of Yavas and RealRoyboi comes third in a 2-horse race
Yeah.
as they look to close out this match between them. The pressure must be immense
Yeah.
at
You'd hope.
Damax right now.
It worries got to Roy a little bit.
Oh no!
And
Roy
that
getting
doesn't look
terrible
good.
line. And it's gonna have to rely on either a Yavas mistake or a crisp push to allow him to survive.
And that is not a crisp push.
Oh no.
And I don't know if Yavas plays with HUD on or not, but a 1.5 second lead. It looks good.
Oh no, surely not. For RealRoyboi as Yavas can probably
5
He has
seconds.
5 seconds unless an astronomical error here.
RealRoyboi
And
DNFs,
Roy will
and that's
find
it.
himself eliminated.
Gutting for Roy.
Oh my god.
But Spam wins, and Yavas comes second, and the 2 Brits are knocked out.
Oh
As a British supporter, this is a bit
my
gutting.
god.
But I have to appreciate that was an incredible match.
Incredible
And
performance from Spam as well.
the props to Spam there for holding that together. And to come from 25 points down at one point to win the match.
Oh,
It's incredible.
no.
Nobody look at the prediction result.